For day 3 of drawing Tokyo Revengers characters every day, spinning the lovely wheel, drawing Makoto Suzuki. I didn't even remember who this guy was until I looked him up. I was like genuinely confused as to who has the last name of a motorcycle company. Anyway, starting with a sketch. Originally, I had drawn Makoto and I lost the file itself, not the footage, but the file, and I'm kind of glad it happened. I didn't really like how he was turning out, but also that was a lot of work that isn't gone now. But I like this one. It's more in my style. I just hate Makoto, so I think that's why I'm failing so miserably. And I should have not put his name on the wheel. It's fine. It's for the collection, for the resume. Hey guys, you want to hire me? I can draw Mullet Man. On to the line art. Line art can sometimes be, it's a pain in the butt, trust me. But the sketch, I always hate how the sketch looks because of how much it's like in my face. But also, it leaves my brain to decide how everything looks actually. Like, when I don't know what things are supposed to look like, I can decide that later with line art. But the big reveal of if everything's proportioned correctly comes after line art, because everything looks so bad and you can't see. The top of his head, he gets a square head, okay? Maybe he doesn't have a brain. Maybe he's SpongeBob. Big guy. Shout out to Ice Spice. I wasn't sure how to draw his hair, and I totally did not give him a shoulder. Yeah, that's what it's called. And why am I fixing his eyebrows so much? Okay, flat color phase, yay! Putting in the flat colors, restarting the flat colors, putting back in more flat colors. Flat colors. They're flat. One color, singular. He was actually one of the easier ones to draw coloring wise because he has black hair. Unfortunately, I decided I would burden myself with using a light gray and having to shade his hair. I could have completely avoided that, genuinely, but I decided against it because I like pain. Make me feel alive, I guess. Make my immortal body feel alive with pain! Anyway, his hair, see, I'm using a lovely darker gray. Dark enough to make it look like black, but also you can see the line art. That was a stupid decision on my end. I could have been done. I didn't have to shade him or anything. He's like a silicone robot, right? With like this fake flesh skin wrapped on top of him. I'll stop now, I'm sorry. Coloring in his shirt with flat colors, I probably could have just gotten away with putting the gray in the shadows and gave him a white shirt, but just like I did with Akin, he gets a gray shirt. His eyes were also really easy to do because they're black and I didn't bother with like pupils or anything. Maybe I did, hang on. I did. I don't even remember what I did. I wasn't going to, but then again, I decided against it because he's a human. He has these stupid duck lips, which, if you watch my art, I don't give them lips. So I was really confused. And then I ended up erasing all of that, and he just gets a little shading. His lips get to be the same color of his skin. I forgot to give him an Adam's apple, and I wasn't sure how to just fix that very quickly, so he doesn't get an Adam's apple. His was actually shaved off. That's my headcanon for him. See, now here I am stupidly shading his hair. Like, what the heck? Shading his shirt. It's almost done, I promise. You can do it just a little longer. And then some airbrushing, I think. Was that to his hair? Oh, resizing! Oh, here I am stupidly giving him more shoulder, but then realizing that's where his shoulder should be, so I erased it. No one's gonna look at that, I promise. Adding some Lighting, not highlights, lighting. With a dark blue shadow and erasing. This is the most satisfying part for me because it feels like I rendered without rendering. Yay! That's my favorite thing to do. I'm trying to decide if shadows should be in his ear, but also that's where the lighting's coming from, so no? Question mark? Just the cheekbone. And then I do like to add some highlights to the iris because I feel like it makes his eyes pop a little more with some glowing eyeballs. He's actually a lizard person. He's a few things. He's a robot, human, and lizard. Touching up the shadows. Oh, lowering the opacity is so amazing. Adding some highlights with some orange to some random places and places I'm gonna regret later. Like right down his face. Oh, well. And then I lowered the opacity so much you can't even see it. Wow. A little bit of a little watermark here that says Luscious Locks. Hey guys, that's me. Wow. Time for background. He gets his own face as his background. And then I do a little lighting effect with some rainbows.